Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God. It is because of Him now in a good condition and happy situation. Secondly, may salawat and salam always be delivered to our prophets Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who had brought us from the darkness to this bright modern era as we live in today. And last but not least, I'd like to thank to the judges and the committee for giving me this opportunity to participate in this contest. Although now in the pandemic situation, but I hope it's not going to affect our productivity. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Adinda Rizky Oktasari and I'm from Pakusari Senior High School, standing here before you all to deliver my speech under the title, The Meaning of the Month of Muharram and its Reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the 1st of Muharram 1443 Hijri. This means that Islamic civilization has been around for more than 14 centuries. Every year, we celebrate the beginning of Hijri calendar with many activities. Especially before the pandemic broke out, we could see many communities carrying out recitation with the theme of Muharram. Some do fasting as the sunnah by our prophets Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some of those even celebrate the beginning of Hijri calendar for vacation with family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, allow me to convey my perspective regarding the Hijri New Year. If we learn or read about the history of Islamic civilization, especially how the initial ideas of the Prophet's companions sparked the idea of making an Islamic calendar and interpreting it not only as a single history, but also interpreting it as an awareness of the importance of creating progressive Islamic civilization, we will know that at that time the Prophet's companion already had a visionary view of how Islamic civilization should be built. But before I continue this speech, I would like to apologize if what I'm about to say is not pleasing you, because what I'm about to say might be rare or have never been heard in the recitation forums where we often attend. So I've never been to Scandinavia, but I read a lot about Scandinavia. There, we will not find Muslims, but if we do, they are very few in number. Most of them are immigrants from Middle East or Muslims who happen to be there for business and study purposes. But there, we will find many things that are said by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, such as cleanliness, tolerance, concern for the environment, science and technology, and so on. Ironically, in many Muslim majority countries, we often don't see Islam there, even though we have heard recitation in many occasions in the month of Muharram and the other month. It seems that they do nothing to change our mindset that this religion is not only about rituals. We have a responsibility to make this life prosper and flourish. Then there's the question, what is wrong here? Brothers and sisters, I'll take one example of what I have mentioned earlier. Let's say the environmental issue. So Norway is the one of the country in Scandinavia that until today, the number of electric car production is 50% of total car production there. They are very concerned about the serious impact of global warming, one which is caused by the smoke of generated fossil fuels. So with individual awareness driven by government policies, Norwegian people prefer to buy electric car rather than car with fossil fuels. Another example can be seen from the rivers that flow there, where the water is incredibly clean and there's no garbage. Wait, this reminds me of a hadith that says, "An-nadhafatul minal iman." Cleanliness is a part of faith. Then how about in a Muslim majority country like Indonesia? I think I don't need to tell you here because we all know it. Sometimes I think they don't read Quran, do they? How can they not know that God forbid us to do mischief on the earth? Ladies and gentlemen, through this commemorating one Muharram, I invite all of you to interpret this commemoration to correct and improve our quality. Considering that when we learn from the history of Hijriah calendar, the Prophet's companion had been thinking progressively. The Hijri calendar is the starting point of the progress Islamic civilization. The Quran only gives signs and cues, and we are Muslims who must translate it and make it happen. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.